There we go. Okay, welcome leaders. We've got about an hour and a little bit here. Nicole's on the call tonight. Take notes to make sure that we don't miss anything that you guys are providing for feedback. Really, the goal is we're trying to check in about once a quarter just to find out how we're doing as a leadership team and how we're doing to support our individual groups, but then the bigger group. And I've got a lot of things written down here that we need to talk to. But really, I thought the main goal tonight would be to talk about a couple key things. One would be talking about aligning for our back half event. So as a leader, one of the things that you guys will get used to and learning is how important it is to be ahead of the game. So obviously from now until December, we should know what our main events are. A lot of them are kind of already been discussed, and some of them need to kind of just be tweaked a bit, maybe for some dates. And what's really cool is that I'm starting to see a really nice trend happening where duplication is happening in areas. So up in Ottawa, Sarah's kind of been the lead this year about making stuff happen. And that duplication is unfolding where they actually have their own calendar and own events happening on a regular basis. And it's not all falling on Sarah. Sarah is starting to develop a network of people that are supporting her and launching these events, which is awesome. And that's exactly what we want to happen in each major area where we're starting to see momentum in numbers of distributors. Susan Baker has just stepped up to the plate to say she wants to start owning Toronto, which is really cool and exciting, and we're so happy for you. And I believe she just set up her first date for Toronto. And that would be kind of the stuff that Susan could start to do, and we talked about that, is working within your community with a team of people like Sarah's done, so that you don't feel the stress of having to do it all by yourself. Because I think that's what sometimes as leaders gets us paralyzed, is it starts to look so overwhelming that it falls all on our shoulders. But if we build the right team in place and delegate appropriately, you start to realize that it truly is a team effort to make these events in these areas grow. So a couple things that I wanted to talk about is Monday night call, Wednesday night calls, Mitra's mentorship on Tuesday calls. I want to touch on Nikki's role, how she's doing, and some of the new stuff that we've put on Nikki, and we want to get your feedback. I want to touch on the Push for 100 for St. Louis, which is just around the corner. And then we will be talking about the website tomorrow, Nikki and I understand that Nikki's been working with a lot of you guys and getting feedback on our current website, what you guys like, what you don't like, what you would like to change. And so we've committed, Nicole, myself, and Melissa, to be working tomorrow at my house at 9 a.m. to really go through the feedback and see if we can streamline the website so it's even more simple, easy for you guys to navigate it and send distributors there. And then the last thing I want to touch on is just how you guys are finding launching new reps. So what does that look like? Are you struggling? How could we help? Do you have a clear vision? And that is about it. And I think that will give us an hour. So let's start on the first. Let's talk about back half events. I just want to go through the calendar of what's in the calendar right now real quick so that everybody has these dates in their calendar. So moving forward, Melissa and I have committed to always doing a Monday night call at 9 o'clock that will consist of introducing people to the T30 program from 9 to 9:30. And then from 9:30 till 10, if people are interested, they can stay on, and we're just going to talk about the business opportunity. It might even be 15 minutes. It's just going to plant a seed. It's going to be my business story, Melissa's business story, and a little bit about what it would take to get started. We've been getting information from some of the top leaders around the world, and they always have at least one kind of product intro and a business intro weekly and consistently. And I know that Sarah Beermore has been doing that with a lot of success. And I know Michelle Ball and her team are doing that right now pretty successfully. So, and it doesn't matter. Some weeks we might have 2 people on, and some weeks we might have 30 people on. But I think the magic is the consistency that needs to happen. So that's Monday night. Can we get your guys' feedback? Is that something that you want Melissa and I continuing to do and to own?
I absolutely love that idea. I really, really do. And I like that it's short and quick, just to plant a seed. So I think that's fantastic. And I'll be on the call. I'll help out if you need me.
Perfect. Anyone else? Like it, don't like it, using it, not using it?
Oh.
Yes, no?
Can you hear me, Nicole? It's Susan.
Yep.
Hey, just really quick, I like that you are adding on the business story at 9:30, you and Melissa Hyde. And I guess a thought is, if there are other leaders or other leaders on the call that night, that they could share their stories. So then you and Melissa aren't always sharing your stories. So maybe it's not 10 people, right? It's like you and one other rep. But I guess we could let you know that, you know, we were on and we were having people on, and that we could also volunteer our story.
That would be awesome. I love that idea, especially too if it's a night where you might have personally 2 or 3 of guests.
Yeah.
I think it's more powerful when you've got, you know, so you could just text Melissa and I say, hey, I've got 3 guests on. Would you mind if I shared my story? And that would be awesome. We would be totally in for that. Great. Okay. Anybody else before we move on to Monday night call? Good. Okay, so we'll stick with Monday night call. So just consistent for you guys, that's Eastern Standard Time. And then just want to plug in Mitra. You guys always know that Mitra at noon is consistent with her Tuesday from 12 to 12:30. I just encourage you guys to either be on it, to listen to the record, and to start encouraging your team to get on it, because the distributors that do get in and plug in on a regular basis, the feedback is very positive. It's always nice to have someone in your back pocket like Mitra, and I always learn something. There's always that one story or a couple tidbits that just keep me in the game of leadership. So I really appreciate that call. So just encouraging you guys to get on that call or listen to that call. Wednesday nights, we used to just do once a month a Team B call, kind of a check-in and update. And then we started to get some ideas from other teams about how they feature NMDs and how the teams really enjoy the stories. So you can do stories with your new reps, you can do stories with prospects, and the feedback that we're getting overall is that people are liking our guests. And it really, in my opinion, with these leaders, is it's building belief, especially in all the new people. If we can get our new reps on and they over and over are hearing these successful people and their stories, it starts to build that belief. And I know in the beginning for young people that maybe either don't have a belief in themselves or a belief in network marketing, that stories, I think, are one of the ways that people can start to believe. Melissa Hyde has been amazing. Hey, Melissa, there you are. She's been the one that's been organizing Wednesday night calls. So a big shout out to Melissa for making that happen and getting some amazing speakers on. Is that something that you guys as a group would want to continue? Okay. There you go, Melissa. It's all yours, girl. You keep on going. Awesome. Okay, so that's our Wednesday night call. Okay, let's
Nicole, sorry, quick.
Nick,
sorry,
sorry, Susan. Yeah.
Yeah, quick question. So the Wednesday night call with guest speakers featured, but did I miss that? Did you say that we would also have an actual Team B like team call where there isn't a featured speaker, one of those meetings, in case people wanted to just have kind of like a free-for-all meeting? Did you say that, or is it always speakers?
Well, this is where we can actually have a discussion about it. I think originally what we had planned is that we would keep it still to 30 minutes, but that the guest speaker would only be on for 15 or 20 minutes so that we could close off with the last 10 or 15 minutes with our team. Mm-hmm. But sometimes our guest speakers go way over and go and take up that full 30 minutes. So I guess that's the question to the team. What we could do is, either be tight with 15 minutes just to hear a quick story, and then we could go 15 minutes as a team call. Or if you think we want to extend that story to 30 minutes, we could do our team call right after and maybe say till 9:45. You guys tell me what you think you guys need for your team.
Nicole, can I just suggest maybe going, like, if you didn't want to do it every week like that, maybe going back to what you used to do, like the beginning of the month, and make that just a team call. So you're doing all the, updates of what happened the month before, like any promotions or anything that might be going on for the month, and then making the next 3 calls in the month the guest speakers.
That's a good suggestion. Then we have some real clear focus for the beginning of the month of like what our priority is, right? Events and.
I really like that idea.
I like that idea.
Yeah. Yeah. You may have some housekeeping things that you want to talk to the team about.
Yeah, I like that. Is everybody in agreement with that one?
Yeah. So that would be what night of the week? That would be the first Wednesday of every month?
Yeah, first Wednesday of every month will be our team call.
Okay.
And then the rest will be guest speakers. I like that.
And 9 p.m.?
9 p.m., yeah. Okay, perfect. Thank you for that suggestion. Okay, next one is Nikki's role. So I just wanted to, again, give a big shout out to Nicole. She's been amazing behind the scenes and really keeping up with a lot of the activities, events, and Q&As that are coming our way every day through our Facebook page. And she's going to continue to play a really important role behind the scenes, helping us make things happen. So thank you again, Nicole, for all of your work and effort in dealing with two not so, what we could say, scattered brains that we have so many ideas. We just throw them at you and you're a good catcher. So just so you guys know, as a reminder, what one thing Nikki's been doing is every month when a new rep comes on board, she has access to my virtual office. So one of her key roles is she sends out a welcome card to every single rep in Canada. So it's a welcome card. It's custom made. It's got both Melissa and I's face on it, and it's, welcome from Team B. And what goes with it is a CD from Jim Rohn about network marketing. So they get that, and they also get an email sent out to them with a welcome letter and a 5-minute introduction video that Melissa and I have put together. So we kind of try to hit them from all angles. We get them the mail, we get them the email, and the one component that we haven't added yet, but Nicole's going to start, and I want to get your guys' feedback, is we want Nicole to actually call every single new distributor every month as a welcome from her on behalf of Team B, and just have a short conversation with them of how they're doing, how they're feeling, and if there's anything that they feel they need. She's going to, before she calls them, she's going to know who the upline is so that she knows all the leaders on the team. And if there's any type of a disconnect, or they're like, no, I feel lost, or I have no idea what I'm doing, she is going to take it upon herself to reach out to, it might be somebody 4 down, but because you guys are all leaders, she's going to somehow get you guys involved so that you guys stay on top of these people that are falling through the cracks. So when I look at the numbers, when Melissa and I are looking at the numbers, and the amount of new reps that we are bringing on is massive. And the conversion of getting them to a VF is so small. And we're like, there are people falling through the cracks. There is no doubt. And we're hoping with Nicole reaching out to them that maybe we will save some of them from falling through the crack. And some of the other things that Nicole would take on would be, because we know we have a lot of leaders on our team that are busy or they're brand new and they don't even know what they're doing, that Nicole has basic skills that she could set up a time to make sure their website's set up, make sure they have a T30 page, make sure that she's explaining of what Facebook pages. It's almost like she's just coming in as an extra resource for those that need it. And so I'm going to throw it out to you guys to find out, how do you feel about Nicole doing that?
I really like, I think it's such a personal touch. I love that aspect. I would maybe suggest 30 days out, or maybe, after 45 days, give them a chance to get their feet wet with the business, or maybe 3 weeks in. But I think if you do it right away, I know for myself, it's very, very overwhelming to begin with. And I might unknowingly just continuously go to Nicole Webb for help instead of going to my upline. And I don't want to overwhelm Nicole, because now they're going to have that connection call with her. So I'm just trying to see, how do we manage this? Do we look at maybe 45 days out or 30 days out? And I don't know, that's what I take from it. I just don't want her to turn into like a customer service rep for our reps. Yeah.
Okay. Any other feedback on what Nicole could be doing for all of the new reps?
Is it too much, Susan again, is it too much to ask Nicole to check with the upline rep first? Let's say it's me, just to say, hey, noticing that you brought on a whole bunch of DDs and, and where are things at, just so that the upline rep doesn't feel like they've been circumvented or something by, do you know what I'm saying? Like almost like, oh, well, Nikki's going into these, we know that that's the process. I guess I wonder if a check-in with the upline rep, just a quick check-in is good. Then say, yeah, go for it. Check in with those other reps.
Okay.
Or is that not the point? Is the point to just forget the upline and just sort of, do you know?
I think I like it in the sense of, if maybe like 2 weeks in, a couple weeks after they signed up, and we as their upline say to them, you're going to get a call from, Nicole Webb, who's our, whatever title it is that we give her, our customer service rep, whatever it is. And she's just going to touch base, make sure some of the virtual stuff is in, that, you're on the right foot. There may be some things that I may miss on, she's really excellent at. So it's just, a courtesy call. And so we just tell them so they know that they're going to expect to get that call. Because we all describe and talk about things differently. So I think it's actually really nice. Me personally, I love the idea of knowing that somebody else who languages things differently than me is going to have a touch point with my new reps coming on.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it, Jen.
I like that. I like the kind of courtesy calls, the kind of the heads up.
Yeah.
They're going to get that extra support. And I like what you're thinking, Jen, is you're absolutely right. I had that last week with one of your reps under Samantha when I did kind of a courtesy call, and just that short 30-minute call, it just is exactly what she needed.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And I was just speaking a little bit differently than Samantha. What she took from her was different than what she took from me. And it was almost like peace of mind for her to go, okay, I can do this. So I think that would be really cool if Nicole could kind of come in, especially if there's some fear. And sometimes new reps don't want to share their fears, or they don't want to let you down. So maybe they're not going to be honest with you, but they'll be maybe more honest with Nicole to say, you know what? She came out of the gate so freaking fast. I'm paralyzed.
Yeah.
Right.
So,
yeah.
Okay, so I like that. So I like the kind of 2 weeks in, because especially if they are, let's say, trying to get to VF and start to get paralyzed, that she still has some time to save them.
Yeah.
Does everybody agree with that? Are you okay?
So are we emailing in our new reps' names to her? Like, are we keeping a weekly, or is she just going to look through your downline growth report?
Yeah, she's just going to look through the downline growth report and find the connection and the upline, and she might have to go a few but she's going to use Melissa and myself as well to communicate if she's unclear of who the people are. So we will coach her. We have weekly meetings with Nicole, so we will stay on top of those weekly meetings to say, who was it this week that you reached out to? So we will have that information.
Nicole, can I just say something? Like, I have personally signed up a couple of people that are just like signing up for a discount.
Okay.
Like, so I kind of like the idea of maybe Nikki checking in and saying, can I reach out to this person? Because then I can say, well, they're really only like, they want to take the business slow and they're just kind of wetting their feet and whatever before you reach out. Like, can we maybe do that? Just because it might come across as like a little bit of pressure to those people, because they're going to come around and say, well, I told you, I just wanted a discount.
Right.
Does that make sense? I know we don't encourage that, but at the same time, I have found that, like, I signed up 2 people this month that way. One is just sort of being shy, and the other one is like jumping in.
Okay.
So, you know, so I could go the other way too, right?
Well, I think if we end up, I think it'll be too much work if we have to get you guys, you know, I mean, some months, like we're heading into September, where last September we were having 40 or 50 new reps signing up. So could you imagine if all of a sudden you guys are now individually telling Nicole what to say and not to say? I think it would be too overwhelming. But I think if we coach Nicole to say, this is just a courtesy and welcome call, and my name's Nicole Webb, and I'm the personal assistant for all of Team B, and I just wanted to know, you know, how, is there anything that I could do to help answer any of your questions, or do you feel at this time that you've got everything answered? And it could be literally a 1-minute call. And they say, no, we're good. Michelle's my upline, and she's we talk all the time, and I'm good. Awesome. Great. If you want, I can friend you on Facebook, and I can also be here as an extra resource if you feel like you need to reach out.
Perfect.
How does that sound, Michelle?
Yeah, it's perfect. I love that.
Okay, perfect. Any other thoughts or comments on Nikki? So Nikki's also taking on a lot of the flyer work. She's now connected to Karen out west, who is hired by Juice Plus Canada. Just so you guys know that corporate pays for the flyer development, and if it's not a corporate event and you like Karen's work, we have to pay for that flyer. So you can get an old template that you like, and to just convert an old template with some basic information is $25. And if you want to develop an entire new flyer, Nikki, is it, I'm trying to think. I think it's $30 to develop a flyer, isn't it? 30 bucks, something like that. So it's very affordable. And I'm just thinking for you guys, as you're heading into some of your own events and stuff, and you want big fancy flyers, that, you know, consider working with Karen. But Nicole Webb would be your key person, and you can work through Nicole to help you with flyer development. I got a tickle. I've got to get some water. Melissa, you're on.
Can't hear Melissa. She is muted.
Michelle, I was going to say that for your reps, if you guys are mentioning to them in the beginning before I call, just letting them know that I'm going to call, just mention to them when Nicole calls, just let her know that, you know, you're not really interested in the business right now and you're just kind of doing it for a discount, and just have them say that to me right off the bat too, so that they don't, like you said, feel like it's pushing the business or anything like that.
I mean, I love it. I think it could, it'll just establish that other layer of belief, like, you know, just knowing that it's beyond me, right? There's other people. And I think it may actually get more people doing something. Like, I love it. So when are you starting this? Like, is it right? Like,
Nicole, when are we starting it?
We're doing July's, the ones that were hired in July, we're starting this week.
oh, okay. So you're going back. You're going back. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then once she gets through July, she'll start in working with the August people.
Yeah, and then by them getting caught up, so that it will eventually be 2 weeks out, like you guys are wanting.
Okay, perfect.
Okay. So nobody before July, right? Like, we're just working from July on.
Pretty much.
Okay.
Unless you guys want her to go back. she can go back. She can go back all the way to January this year if you want her to, and maybe there's some stalemates that she can maybe save.
I say if you guys have the time to do that. Why not? It can only help your business, right? It can't make it any worse. So I'm okay with that.
I guess I
Yeah,
go back
me too.
to me finding Melissa on my downline growth report, right? Had a conversation, invited her out to an event, and look what happened. So Nicole could probably find some nuggets on our downline growth report. I mean, I think my downline growth report now is over 20 pages. So, I mean, we've got, I guarantee there's people there that are just waiting for that phone call. So Nicole, go find them for us. Awesome. Okay. Let's talk about, we came off of the 90-day game plan pretty strong. We had a lot of people participating in it, and then summer came and it kind of just went flat. I know that some people are working more than others right now, you know, due to summer and hours and kids and all that stuff. I wanted to ask you, do we want to continue pushing for the 90-day game plan until the end of September, or do we kind of want to revise it a little bit and just get people focused for pushing hard for the month of September? You know, we're still going to give the $1,000 worth of prizes away. We've already got the draw box for all the people that have been participating in the 90-day game. So I'll just recap for those of you that forgot. We did the first 90-day game. Huge momentum, lots of volume, lots of activity. It was really, really successful. And we had lots of people with ballots that either got, if you got 10 orders in the month, you got a ballot. And if you helped somebody get a club on your team, you got a ballot. Or if they clubbed, they got a ballot. And so we did kind of mini prizes and gave some cash away at our party at the Hungry Brew Hop just at the end of June. So there were a number of people that won books from Lauren Slocum. They won some cash as almost like a thank you for participating in the 90-day game plan, which was awesome. And we decided as a group that we wanted to carry that because we just came off of that 90-day game plan launch up in Aurelia. So there was a lot of excitement, a lot of momentum, and we said, let's carry this until conference. But like I said, there hasn't been a lot of people on it, talking about it, checking in, and I'm guilty as well. I haven't been doing a lot of posting. Do we want to continue that till the end of September? And Nicole Webb would be the one that would once a week post something on it again as a reminder to get people back in the game. Is that something that we want to do? Did you get a lot of response from your team?
I'd like it to keep going. I'm starting some new reps, and I think it's good incentive, and it's going to kick my ass back into it too. You know, it's a lot of money on the table.
Yeah.
And your business, right? So I have new reps starting. I think that would excite them to say, like, you still have a chance to win.
I love it. Okay. Anyone else?
Yeah, I think it's good. I'm doing something with my team as well as an incentive, so it'll just be something extra. So I think it's going to push them even harder, right? Like I'm doing all August, September. A little bit different, like I'm just counting all orders and, you know, participating in Facebook parties, whatever it is, and just trying to get them like active. And I've done we're going to do ballots the same, and I'm going to do a draw. So that'll just be something extra, which is great. Maybe it'll just give them more incentive.
Okay. So for those that want to play, we'll keep on working it right until the end of September. And Nicole, we'll get you to be posting once a week to remind everybody about putting the results down and what their activity level is. And it will be up to you guys as leaders to make sure that at the end of every month that you are giving information to Nicole about the level of ballots. So if any of yourself or your distributors, actually, did we say that this was only for, was this for you guys too? Mm-hmm. Yeah, you guys have access. It was, if we were an NMD, you don't have access to it, I think it was, yeah. So, yeah, so to summarize again, so if you have 10 orders, any order, you get a ballot. if you get a club, a new club, you get a ballot. And if any of your new reps get a new, if they club themselves, they get a ballot. And that's every month. So you need to give that information to Nicole Webb, and she will create those ballots. And we've already got a box, so she's keeping track of it. And then we are going to do the draw at conference. So to remind you what the 3 prizes are. So the first prize is an airplane ticket, so $500 airplane ticket that you will get obviously for your next conference, towards your next conference, or cash, because there's going to be some people that might not show up, so they'll get the cash. Next one is hotel money, so $300 towards the hotel. That's 5, 6, 7, 8. And then the last prize is a conference ticket and some cash up to $200. But I think we got feedback to say for those of you that, or for those that just want cash, we'll give them cash. So it's literally 500 cash, 300 cash, and 200 cash. Do what you want with it. We're encouraging people, though, to use it towards conference, but I guess at the end of the day, we can't control that. Okay, so that's that. And then let's talk about launching new reps. How is everybody feeling about launching new reps? I know that Melissa and I were really pushing hard for the Startup Meeting A and Startup Meeting B. We were having just about weekly meetings, either through Zoom. We were going to head office. We were doing events at the Valley, and we were just trying to kind of imprint on the leadership that you guys were clear on how to do the 10 basic steps. We haven't done that in a couple months. We haven't gone to the office. We haven't really done anything in the boardroom. It's almost like I feel we've passed the baton to you, and my question to you guys, is it duplicating? Is it working for you? And if it's not working for you, what do you think we need to be doing?
Well, what I've been doing here in Ottawa, because we don't get to go to head office like when you guys were doing those trainings.
Yeah.
So we've created our own planning committee in Ottawa for events. And one of them that I've committed to is every Thursday, I'm going to do a rep training call, a Zoom call, just to get those people who are outside of the area, they can't physically get somewhere. And I'm going to record it on Zoom. And it's going to be the Startup Meeting A. And there's going to be a different group for Startup Meeting B. And also just an intro to the business, quick 20 minutes intro to the business. And if it interests you, then you go to your person who invited you. And so I just share my screen and show the flipogram that's already there, but just we're all going to feed our new reps to the same place because we can't get to when you guys do your new rep trainings, right? Yeah. So that's what we're starting to do here.
Okay. What else do you guys, I know that Sarah does like a new rep start up on a regular basis with her team. And I know that one thing that I've learned from Sarah that she does really well is she uses Zoom all the time with her new reps. So she gets them on. So if for whatever reason they can't get on a Zoom call, that she's making sure that she's locking arms with, let's say, you know, because oftentimes you might be working with 4 levels down. You got like a new person that brought on a new person that brought on a new person, and all 3 of them are just like, they have no idea what they're doing. They're all gunning for VF. So that's when a leader needs to step in and say, I need to train all 3 of these people immediately so they kind of know what to do. So I guess the question is, you know, do you guys as leaders feel confident in you know, making sure that you guys are owning, you know, Startup Meeting A with your new reps?
I have down as a point to bring up for this evenings, I would like to have like a leadership preparation just call like we're doing right now. Because I went from SC to SSC and I'm still like, okay, now it's different. The commissions are different. Qu'est-ce que fuck am I doing here? And I'm still trying to lead there, right? Help everyone get to VF. And I'm like, qu'est-ce que, like I see Q and I hear like, oh, you need this and this. And I'm like, blah, like it's a lot. So I need that kind of training because I can do startup meeting A and B.
Okay.
Like I just keep rereading it. I love the Zoom idea. It's working amazing for me because I can do it anywhere. I started in a grocery store last week. It sounds weird though when you're talking and you're picking vegetables, but like if we can do a leadership development training within our team, so those people who are even strong and they're just VS, like I want to be able to say, listen, you're aiming for VF, but this is your potential, and I want to go one step further and show you how to get there. Because now that I'm at SSC, it's like, no, well now I really need to convert those people to SC. Right, to help myself and grow their business. Myself personally, that's my struggle. Is I feel like it's a huge leap at that point, and a lot of people, I think they get to VF and they're like,
So
sorry for the colorful language.
Would you see? Are you thinking like this group that's on right now as our SSCs and above? Are you thinking that like once a month would work for you to kind of do a check-in and we could feed off of each other in regards to what's working and what's not? Because most of you guys on the call right now, I'm looking around, are all SSCs.
Yeah,
you guys
I would like that. I'd like once a month.
Wanting to go to Q, wanting to go to
I
N.
feel like I said this to you, Nicole, last week when we were at the Toronto event. I feel like this place of being at SSC to Q feels like the hugest growth that has to happen, and feels a bit overwhelming because it's just so much volume that has to happen along with the structure, and like you build it a bit and then stuff falls off, and then it kind of just feels like you're constantly trying to like catch up with it, and you get to a certain place and then it drops back down and then you're running after it again. So I definitely would love to have that because for me it feels like a big jump.
So we could look at booking a once a month leadership call that our SSCs are higher so that we can create a tight circle and feed off of each other every month of what's working. So who had success? How are you building? What are you doing differently? That would be really cool actually, because I'm sure that you guys are going to learn from each other.
Sorry, it's like best practices, right? It's almost like you've got then this running list of things that people have tried, what has worked, what hasn't worked, as we say. And to chat live is cool. I also wonder if it's something Nikki can do for us, which is to, if we each come across different trainings that we really like, for new rep, like to get them to VFS, whatever it is, to inspire them, that we start to create a running list. I don't know, maybe putting it on the website is way too much, but like a Google Doc or some kind of Word document. And I don't mean like fast track to VF flipogram. I mean like I don't know, more business training type of stuff, like GoPro, right? So you've got those couple of links on the Team B website, but I feel like I don't have as much access to more trainings like that.
Okay.
To be able to pass on to my reps.
Like, do you mean like a training data bank, like a cloud of just different training?
Yeah. Something like that. That like, so Sarah Marin, let's say you found like a 5-minute inspirational video or a 30-minute video somebody else found. Well, that's awesome. Let's pool all that together so that we can all kind of watch that stuff. It's just like what Mitra Ray does with her rep calls, that kind of stuff.
Yep. Yeah, that's
I think Karen Duncan was mentioning in a Voxer the other day that is Karen on this call?
No, she's working tonight.
Okay. So she has like, a bunch of trainings that she forwards to her team. And they were trainings I hadn't heard of. And I was like, oh, that's awesome. Like, let's share that kind of stuff with our sidelines.
Yeah, I like it. And that's really easy to input under tools and resources under Team Be the Change. And we could it's almost like our library so that it would be easy access for those that want it. And we could kind of categorize it so that we actually have a place to go. We could also put an access code on it so that only you guys would have it as well too. That could be something that we could could do, so it's not open to the world. I mean, I don't mind sharing information with the world. I have no problem with it, but if we think that we put the code on there so that we don't scare our reps away, I don't know what the thinking would be around it, but.
Nicole, we can talk about this more tomorrow, but from the leaders, what some of them were bringing up a lot with the website was actually having a separate tab on the website that was specifically for the leaders, that was training, and then, you know, even specifically how to go about the training of a new rep, and then a separate tab that was for the new rep launching. Because that's where they're feeling a lot of it was getting kind of all jammed together, and there was no separation between like a leader training and like a new rep training. Okay. So I feel like those sorts of files we can definitely put into a completely separate tab that, like you said, that is specifically for leaders. Right. Okay. I like that. Okay. Sounds good. We're at 8:28. You probably have about 20 minutes. Melissa, is there something that you want to jump in and talk about to the group?
I think Melissa has no sound.
There's no sound?
No.
And no screen. It looks like she disappeared.
Nice. Nice.
Oh, there you are. Never mind. Then someone else dropped off because my screen just changed.
Oh, yeah. Leslie. Okay, well, I'm going to open it up to you guys to just find out how you guys are. Oh, I know what we wanted to talk about. We were going to go through the calendar. So let's get your calendar out for September. I started to do that and got distracted. So September, you guys, you realize that September typically is the largest month of the entire year. It is like the biggest year. I mean, last year at this time, this is when Michelle Ball went from like 58 club to 100 club. This is usually the big rally of let's hit our goals, let's go for it. And people are just hitting the pavement and making it happen because they want to hit their goals, they want to walk stage, they want to get the bonuses. So we need to make sure that our September calendar is absolutely full and that our team knows of the event. So us as leaders, we need to make sure that our calendar is full. So we now have confirmed that every night in September, Monday night Zoom call 9 o'clock, along with the business opportunity. We also know that now the first week of September will be our team call, and then we'll have guest speakers for the rest of Wednesday night. The big tour happening in September is Sandy V. We're so excited. We love her energy. She's just going to fit, I think, perfectly with our team and our philosophy of just right from the heart. So she's going to open up in Collingwood on the 15th. So if you've got any team up there or prospects, Collingwood is the 15th, the evening. She's going to drive down, and we're going to have a lunch and learn at the Valley from 11:30 till 1. So this will be an opportunity for people to come. It's $20 to get your lunch. It would be a plant-based lunch. And then that evening, she will be in Toronto with the same type of venue. I don't know the location. Susan, have you seen the location yet come through on Juice Plus Canada events? No. So it's going to be Toronto.
I did see it. It's a golf course, and I didn't look up the address. But okay. What's her name? Megan did post that.
Oh, she did. Okay, perfect.
Weston and Golf Country Club. It's the Weston.
Yeah.
It is the Weston? Mm-hmm. Okay. And then Saturday we have the Toronto Regional, which is from 9 till 1. It's $10. You guys remember last year at the Regional when we had Jeff Roberti? I think we got close to 200 people out for that event. So that is really exciting. It's short, it's sweet. It's a great opportunity to bring prospects to take a peek at what our business is all about. 9 till 1. The 18th, we're heading up to Ottawa. So Sarah, what are we doing in Ottawa? Tell us what we're doing.
Okay, so we're doing a team get-together, mix and mingle at the Velvet Room in Ottawa. It's going to be a lot of fun. So you guys want to do Saturday night, and it's not going to be late because you guys have your crazy half marathon that you're running.
Right.
And then Sunday afternoon, we're organizing another bamboo bar event on the beach, but we're going to tie you guys in as guest speakers, and we're going to talk about sports and nutrition. And because everyone else is coming off the race weekend, it's going to be really huge building up to it. So or we're going to organize a yoga instructor on the beach so that everyone who's done the race can come and stretch their ligaments, get clean protein powder, and it's going to be really close to the race area.
Yeah.
And I'm looking at maybe doing like 2 different sessions that afternoon. I'm trying to convince you guys to stay a little bit longer, so we can hit like the first wave and then the second wave.
Are you gonna have like half naked hot men? Like,
absolutely, and they're gonna be like all sweaty
all
and like
jacked up?
Like, yes.
I'll stay
I
for
will
that.
rub you the tail. So I don't know, or seaweed wraps. I don't know.
Okay, so that's Ottawa. So if you guys are anybody in Ottawa, and then we head into September 21st. That's the back to school panel. That's at the Valley. We're so excited. We've got 5 people, 5 nutritionists that will be sitting on the panel, including Meredith Deasley. This is going to be a sold out event because Meredith Deasley is going to bring a lot of people in. Too bad Jen wasn't able to. Jen was already busy for that. But yeah, it's going to be awesome. It's funny. I was talking with one of my customers today and told her about it. And she was so funny because, yeah, I don't think I'm going. And I said, oh, Meredith Deasley is going to be on the panel. She goes, oh, I'm going. Like, oh, okay. So, yeah, she's got a pretty big loyal following. And I think it's definitely going to be a sold out event. So we've got the Eventbrite already put up there. It's not a corporate sponsored event. Nicole, how close are we to that flyer? Pretty close?
Yeah, it's all sent off, just waiting for it to get sent back to me for proof.
Okay, so probably a couple days, but you do have the Facebook page all ready to go, right? So people can invite for that. September 25th is Bob. He's going to be doing another image at the Sandman Inn by the airport. The room has been booked. It's from 9 till 4. So if you or your team want to take on mindset and really take your brain out and put it in the microwave and put it back in, then that is definitely a great event. I will be going with Melissa, and hopefully you guys will consider going as well to see what Bob is all about. And then we end the Power of 5 tour on September 29th at the Valley. So that'll be a really fun one because we'll have already had 4 under our belt. People know what to expect. And I feel that we're going to fill that room. It will be a Thursday night. And I feel that it'll be fun if we maybe open the bar after for a nice social after. So that's September. We're busy. And I know, Sarah, you got lots going on too on your calendar, which is great. And make sure to follow up with Nicole to put the bigger events on Team B. October 6th, Prevention Plus Jen is going to be our featured guest speaker. Do we know what the topic is yet? There's so many, I'm sure.
Yeah, that's the hard part, narrowing it down. I think Susan decided it for me.
Yeah.
I have to look back through my notes because she wrote it really well. But I think I'm going to focus on, simplicity for women and moms, like in terms of hormones, like really just make the talk, try and do a synopsis of the Simplicity Project and everything that I teach.
Love it. Okay, so that's going to be on October 6th.
Yeah, and I'm sending the flyer info out to Nicole tonight after our call.
Okay, awesome. I love it. Obviously, we've got the conference in October, so 19th to the 22nd. Who's going? Put your thumbs up if you're going, just so we see. So Michelle, Melissa, Jen, Sarah, Leslie. Where's your thumb, Susan?
I can't put it up yet.
Not yet. You're working on it? Okay. Awesome. And you guys know that the big launch party is on the 22nd for law, right? Mm-hmm. I think all of you guys are going to be there, which is exciting. Yeah. Oh my gosh, we're going to have such a great team. That's when they're going to launch where law will be next year. And really at the end of the day, once you guys get to see what it's going to be about, your goal will be to get as many distributors there as possible. That will be your goal from conference until the end of May, will be how many of my team can I get there?
Awesome.
We head into November, and we were thinking about doing a Prevention Plus in our area potentially on November 3rd, which is a Thursday, but we don't yet have a confirmed guest speaker. A couple ideas that we thought of is Alyssa has her mental health talk that is getting rave reviews. Sarah's going like this, yeah. She was up in Ottawa doing it. I know she's in Stouffville in this month. She's doing the same mental health talk in Stouffville on the 25th of August. So a couple ideas we could do. We could ask Alyssa, she would be available. We could ask Sean to do a talk.
Yes.
What would you guys like?
I think the mental health talk is great for that time because winter is huge for like depression and anxiety and all that. I think, you know, I'm speaking for myself from experience. I think it's I think everyone will agree. It's prime time for that. So I think it'd be great to do that kind of a talk if she's available.
Okay. Anyone else? Yes. Mental health.
That's a good one.
Mhm.
Okay, so we'll work on getting Alyssa down for that. So I'll work on that. The week after is Jennifer Owen is responsible for the Barrie tour. So each region gets their own tour. So this is the last tour of the year. As it stands now, it's Kirk Beaver. If you guys know who Kirk Beaver is, his organization is one of the largest organizations in the company. Very spiritual man, very grounded. He's closed our conference many times. He's excellent. Definitely that male energy. And as it stands, we've also heard that Dr. Hardy is going to be the Prevention Plus speaker for that week. So we haven't got all the details of exactly. I do know Friday night, the 11th, will be a Prevention Plus in Barrie. And then on Saturday will be the regional in Barrie, which is November 12th. November 25th is a Friday. We are trying to gather you guys together as a team so we can have a Christmas party. Last year, we tried and attempted it, and we had 4 people register, and we never had a Christmas party. So Melissa and I are throwing it out to you guys. You guys want a Christmas party? You guys want us to gather around with our kids, with our partners? Do you want to just get together with us and just have a fun Christmas party, Christmas exchange? And it would be a Friday night. We got a lot of feedback that people want it to be either a Friday night or a Saturday night, not a Thursday night, because we have a lot of people that want to come, but they have to drive up from the city, and they don't want to during the week. What do you guys think?
I say just us, or I mean, I'd prefer not kids. It just
Me too.
adds another level of stuff. So love them, but I'll be leaving mine at home. And so I say either just us as reps or us with our spouses or significant other.
Okay.
I
Anyone else?
second that motion because I say let's get drunk and party. Extra weird. Seriously, dudes, we work so hard. Let's party. It's Christmas. And then we'll transform 30 into New Year's. Like, it's going to be amazeballs. We'll launch the December Transform 30. Transform into 2017. I can see it now. We'll be in front of a banner or something. Balloons and champagne.
So how does everybody feel about that date on a Friday before we head into December? I don't like December dates because it gets too busy for people's calendar. So it's like the last Friday before we head into December. Do you think that could work?
It's an early Christmas. It's the 25th of November. It's perfect.
Yeah. Okay, we've got it in the calendar. What time do we have? 8:42. Okay, so you guys, do you have any questions, comments? How are you guys feeling? We've got now a calendar full for the year. And obviously December, we don't book anything. We leave it up to you guys to have your own fun social events and share as you go.
Nicole, it's
Yes.
Susan. I would just add that we have officially booked Toronto for Wednesday, October 26th. So that's the week after conference. And it's the week before you were wanting to get in a speaker in Aurora on November 3rd.
Beautiful. Okay.
So that's one that I've contacted Monica Serbu. Monica.
Oh, yeah. Mhm.
Yeah. About, and we'll meet up in the next week or so and just chat about like promoting that and getting some things going in Toronto. But that's one that I'm going to speak at. Like I know. I'll get Jen Pike to give me a topic and no, I need a title. I know what I'm going to say. Right. So yeah, that's a big one. And we'll do some other little ones in Toronto, but that's a big one. So I don't know if that can go on Team B's calendar.
Yeah, it can.
Okay.
It absolutely can. Did you get my 3 example flyers I just found this week and
Yes.
sent them to you?
Yeah, so I was going to get in touch with you and Melissa Hyde about flyers, like about making it look official. So we can chat about that another time. But yeah, I did see those.
Okay. I'm kind of on the hunt for ideas for us as a team for flyers that are happening and talks in the US and the UK. I'm on a bunch of different groups. I really like the Veggies and Vagina tour. Did you guys see that? Oh my gosh. I'm like, which one of you would like to talk about vaginas? I'm like, Jen Pike, you got to be all over that, girl.
I was just gonna raise my hand.
I'm like, you can be the Natalie of Canada and go across with your veggie and vagina tour. That would be so funny.
That's hilarious. I'll have to listen to hers first.
Yeah, you know what? We got to get, if she does it as a live event, which she's done before, yeah, that would be really good.
So funny. I love it though. You know what? It's edgy, it's catchy, and it like people who's not going to show up to that kind of a talk and be like, I need to hear what this woman's talking about.
Seriously? Yeah. I bet you even the men will show up.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Too funny. Any other thoughts or comments that you guys are bringing to the table? Are you feeling good? Are you liking the amount of support that you're getting from us with Nicole kind of in the background? I know Melissa and I have been maybe a little bit more quieter this summer because she's in the middle of a move now as she's packing her house, I'm sure, frantically. No more cottage.
Can I just say, because I know you're almost ending off.
Yeah.
This is pretty cool. Like, you know, last year at this time, we weren't this many, right? Like, this is really cool. And we have like this many leaders on the team. And it's just exciting because I really think that it's so much more doable. Like I don't know if it's become easier, but it's inspiring that it can be this much easier, right? Because it took me 2.5 years to get to SSC, and I've seen you guys do it in like less than a year. So that's cool. That's exciting for my team. Like, you know, that's how I look at it, right?
We're missing out on a few people. We've got Jen Brennan going for NMD this month. She's not on here. We got Sarah Beermore is down in the US at Q School right now. Courtney is as well as SSC. Who else are we missing? Karen Duncan. So yeah, we've got some. It's growing, which is exciting, right? That's what you want. You want to duplicate an amazing group of passionate leaders. Oh, and my ex isn't on.
And we're missing Sarah Naylor. She's going for Q this month.
That's right. Sarah's not on too.
Yeah.
And
Sean Nesbitt.
I'm gonna push her ass there. I'm gonna push her pregnant ass there if I have to.
You're missing Sean and David.
Right. Holy cow. There you go.
Right?
It's growing. So
like the healthy dozen.
So let's book for our next leadership meeting then for September. Do you guys like doing Mondays so that we can do it before the Zoom call?
Yeah, Monday's good.
So we did the 15th this time. Could we do the 12th or the 19th?
Yep, I'm good either.
What about the 12th?
The 12th?
You guys are doing your race that weekend, right? So I don't know how busy you are coming back. Because if I can book a meeting with if I can do a follow-up meeting with the city of Ottawa, I'd like maybe if you guys want to stay for it in the morning, that would be awesome to have you there. If I could.
Then maybe we should push it to the 12th.
That's just, I'm being selfish right now because I don't get you to Ottawa very often, but,
Okay.
or if I'm looking at that as a launch party for the Boys and Girls Club too, and to get the media involved. So it'd be nice if you guys, were able to be a part of that because you're a part of the team. So
That's cool. Okay. Are we good for the 12th? Can we put down 7:45?
Yep.
Leadership call. I love it. Beautiful. Okay, any other last minute thoughts, comments before we wrap up tonight? Are you guys excited?
Yes.
Here's our future NMDs. Could you imagine, visualize all of you guys as NMDs? Very exciting. Yeah, there you go. How do you think? I love it. How do you think we can push for 100 Club? What do you think that we need to do? What are some ideas that we can push for 100 Club so everyone is clubbing for the month of September?
I think doing the consistent Zoom with the team, with the distributors and stuff to teach them how do you get to club? What does it mean? And if I have to step on a call or another senior leader has to step on the call for you guys, just to do that consistency that we were talking about for new reps and just getting them there and getting that energy going. I think that would really help here in Ottawa. I think it would really help us out.
So I think we need to make sure that, like, you can see how many lines that we have, and if we communicate, so hopefully you guys are communicating with your teams through like Facebook Messenger or Voxer, keeping them in the loop. And I think through that communication, and I've learned this through Megan, how they were communicating with Michelle Ball is they were communicating literally on just about a daily basis. That push when she went 58 Club to 100 Club. It was like everybody was just gathering together. They wanted to see the entire team on stage. So I think if Melissa and I keep our energy high and get you guys excited about the 100 Club push, that would be so, I think we'll be the only 100 Club probably walking stage for Canada at this conference, which would be pretty freaking awesome. So we just need to, it's doable. Like when I go through my 20 pages, do you know how many people are sitting at like 700 points, 800 points? There are so many people that are like literally between 5 and 7 orders away. That's it. That would just be like a phone call to say, can you do this for our team? And people will work harder for others than they will work for themselves. That's what I learned. And I remember when I got the call, when I was pretty new still, and Larry Barnes was gunning for, I think, 39 Club, and he was too short. And I got the call from Alicia to say, can you find 2 people below you that can get clubs so Larry can get to 39? And I did it. And I barely even knew who Larry was. I was like, okay, we'll do this. This is for him. So I think if we as a leadership team put that type of energy in for the month of September and looked at your downline growth report and just highlighted how many people are short and then making those individual calls and asking for a favor, we'll be 100 Club. There'll be no doubt. But it's going to take a team effort to make that happen, and your energy and excitement. If you're like, yeah, whatever, it's 100 Club, or, get them excited about what that 100 Club video or that 100 Club vision. My favorite video for that is the what if video when Lauren went 100 Club and 100 people's lives were impacted, right? So let's do this. I'm hashtagging it Hustle 100. So that's what it's going to take is hustle, but I think we can do it. It's scarier than hell when you're jumping in the deep end with this, but what the heck, why not? Let's do it and let's try it, right? Cool.
Nicole, where were you at last month? Like, give us an update.
I'm hovering between 75 and 80. I shouldn't say I, it's not I. We are hovering between 75 and 80. I've learned that I can't count properly either, so that's why we all need our leaders in the head office. Good stuff. Okay, we're gonna wrap up so Melissa and I can get ready for our T30 event. Does that mean you can't speak, so I'm doing the whole call tonight by myself? I'm looking at you, Melissa.
Saying yes.
She's like, yeah, nice. Love you. Okay, guys, thanks so much for everything that you do. I'm so excited about what's to come. Nothing gives me more pleasure to see distributors moving through this marketing plan, because I know what it does to themselves and their teams. So I just encourage you guys to gun it for your goals and do the best that you can, and see what unfolds. You are a role model for your team. They're looking up to you for success. So your success is their success. And remember that success loves speed. So when you're working with your new people, there are going to be people that want to go fast, and give them permission to go fast even if you went slow. And that is so true, because we are seeing on Jen Brennan's team people coming on board and literally having the vision to go SC in less than 4 weeks. Right? And it's because Jen is asking for speed. And she's painting the picture right out of the gates. And she's like, I did it in 4 weeks. Can you beat me? So throw it out there to your new people. Paint the picture of what SC could look like for them at the end of September, setting themselves up for law for next year. Awesome. Okay, guys, I love you. Have a good night. And yep, getting ready for the T30 and the business call. So thanks, everyone.
Bye, Nicole. Thank you.
Bye.
Love you guys.
Thank you.